Hello and welcome to our video for today. Today's lesson is going to be looking at doing some music work, and for this we are going to use a website which you can see is displayed now on your screen. This website is basically a called Chrome Music Lab. Okay, I'm just trying to get something to work. So there you go. Right. Okay. So you can see me again now, hopefully. Okay. So this is Chrome Music Lab, and there are some different sort of elements on here. The one that I'm going to want you to use today, and hopefully you can see my cursor is waving over it, is this one here, and it's actually called the Song Maker. So if you click on it, you'll be able to see that Song Maker will come up for you, and you'll then click on the arrow. Now there is a link both in the description to this. There should be a link on the page that will have an outline of this. This is completely free to use, so you don't need to worry about it. You can have an experiment with some of the other bits and pieces on here later on, but what we will be doing some future lessons using this as well, so that hopefully you can do it at home. Right, okay, so I'm going to just take my name away so that you can see this here. We've just clicked into it, and you can see that the website or the web page is actually loading up at the moment. Now, some of the main controls here we have got in the bottom left hand corner. There is a play pause button. Then next to that you actually have where you can select your different instruments. So the top part of the screen here, the one that looks a bit like graph paper, is actually for you to place the notes that you are going to use, and along the bottom section here is a section for you to use for the actual beats. So we can see if we select marimba, okay, hopefully you can hear that. I'm just going to turn the sound up slightly. And there you can see I've built up a simple pattern, and then if we press play it will sound something like this. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, well that's gone a little bit too fast. So just down the bottom here we've actually got the tempo. At the moment it was set at 120. If you want something a little bit more chilled out, you might want to go for around about 80 beats per minute. Okay, now if I play that now. Okay, now the other options that you've got here is to actually change the instrument. So we could change it to a piano. Okay, we've got strings, some lovely plucks. We've got woodwind. Okay, synth. And back to the marimba again. The other thing we've got down here is, like I said, we've actually got our so you'll be able to hear that now when I play that. Okay, so you can see how we can build it up. Got blocks as well. We've got a drum kit. Okay, and also a conga. Okay, so you can see that you can build up a basic pattern using this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just go up here. I may speed up this bit of video for you, but I'm going to just see about changing some bits and pieces. You can see there's an option here to record yourself at the bottom. You've got your settings, you've got undo and save. So I'm going to undo what I put on here at the moment, and then I'm going to actually look at building something for you that we will get to come up here. So I'm just going to go full screen on the section here, and I'm going to on the the web page. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use synth and I'm going to use a bit of electronic, I think, so we can see it. Now, each time you press, you get a little preview of the sounds that you're going to have. If you don't want that one, you can click again. So we're going to go. So I'm going to make a bit of a bass line down here for us. And you can see actually I've got a little bit of a repeating pattern going on. And we're going to do that all the way across the screen. So if we have a little listen. Okay, so we can see I've got that now. Now I'm going to have a listen to this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a kick in at the start of each of these, and then we will have a go of playing it and see what happens. Okay, so I think what I need is a bit of a kick and snare to actually go with this. And you can see that I'm building that up as we go across, and we have a little listen now. Okay, so I think we need to add a little bit more in here. So, okay, so I'm going to do that. Here we go. Okay, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think you've got a bit of an idea, but I'm going to build this up, and then I will come back to you when we have sort of finished this a little bit. Okay, so there you go. So you can see the song has been finished. I'd probably actually work on this a little bit more, to be quite honest with you. You can see there are patterns that have been made here, and they actually sort of show you how you can just sort of build up the song. Don't be afraid. Remember, if you think, actually, no, I don't really like that, you can always click on that again to take it away. There is an option to save your song. Okay, well, there you go. So actually, yeah, you can save it, and you don't need to actually put in any details whatsoever, and you can actually download a sort of WAV file as well for that one there. So I'm going to just go back to this here. There are settings on here, so you've got various different bits and pieces that you can play around with. I would be careful with this, just in case. But you know, if you know what you're doing, and actually if you want to get a little bit more advanced, then actually you can do that. 4 beats to the bar is average, especially if you want to do something that's a little bit sort of like, you know, electronic-y, sort of like dance music style. But the other thing that you can do is, if we go back to this, is you can always play around with trying out some of the different sounds that are on here. So we'll just do that for you. Also remember that you can make it slower, right down to 40 beats a minute here, all the way up to 240, which is a little bit too fast, but I would say probably between 80 and 120 is where you would be looking to want to go. Kind of almost sounds a little bit mournful at that rate, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to just leave you with the song just to play out. Hope you've enjoyed this session. Remember, you can look up this one here. So it is musiclab.chromeexperiments.com. I will be putting a link in the description to the video, especially if you're watching this on the school YouTube channel, but there will also be supporting documents and a link placed on each of your class pages as well, so that you can actually access this. Cool. Hope you've enjoyed this session, and I will see you again soon for another lesson. Let's see what we will do.